Mad Real director Chris Moss. Welcome to the Invisible Man review prediction. If you're new to this, a review prediction is where I predict what score I'm going to give a movie before I go see it based off of trailers, first reactions, and just give my overall feels about it. And then I'll compare it to the real score I give it in the official review after I see the movie. So to start us off, um, I've been digging the Invisible Man trailers. Like, all of the marketing they've done, I'm actually looking forward to this movie. I'm a horror fanatic, as some of you know, some of you don't, but I'm a horror fanatic. I love my horror movies, and honestly, they've been stumbling so far in 2020. The Grudge was trash. Underwater was cool. I liked Underwater, but horror movies have just been stumbling, but we still got some coming up. We got Invisible Man. We got Halloween Kills later this year. We got Spiral with Chris Rock, and a couple more. So it's looking hopeful, pretty much. So yes, Invisible Man. I'm digging it so far. I know that the last time we saw the Invisible Man was in around 2003. Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon. And before that, we had Invisible Man in 1933, H.G. Wells, the original classic. But we were supposed to get, before this Elizabeth Moss one, we were supposed to get Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man, with Universal's Monsterverse. The Mummy with Tom Cruise was supposed to kick that off, and for obvious reasons, that didn't come to fruition. But which is kind of sad because I honestly was excited to see Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man. I felt like he would have killed that role, but unfortunately, Universal couldn't get it together. I did not like the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. Nobody else did, and so they canceled it, unfortunately. But now they're back. I don't think this Invisible Man is connected to anything else, but that's yet to be seen. Maybe there is an after credit scene. Like I said, I'm digging what I'm seeing so far. So before I get into my score prediction, last week, some people went to go see it. I don't know if it was a premiere, but it was a special screening. Some people went to go see it, so they tweeted their reactions, and I believe there's a review embargo still up. Not sure about that, but I'm gonna get into these reactions real quick. There's a lot of them, but I'm only gonna do four. So the first one up is Griffin. He said, "Wow, did I love at." I'm gonna butcher your name, the director's name. Excuse me. Wow, did I love at L. Winels The Invisible Man? It floored me. A spine-tingling modern horror classic in the making. Poignant and timely, packed, full of edge of your seat anxiety, inducing suspense. Sound and production design are massive standouts, but Elizabeth Moss owns this film. This next one is by Grant. The Invisible Man is one of the best horror films in years, and Wienel has set the bar high for the rest of the year. It's tense from start to finish in the same vein as a Hitchcock masterpiece. I seriously can't recommend this movie enough. I plan to see it multiple times. I'm going to come back to that one, but, I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. Sabrina, The Invisible Man is a truly sinister, refreshingly modern take on H.G. Wells' story. Grounded by horrific reality, I loved every minute. Wienel got under our skin from his incredible directing, writing, and haunting performance. Plus, haunting performance by Moss. This is a prime example of elevated horror. And the last one by John Roca. The Invisible Man is a terrifying masterpiece of futuristic horror noir, brilliantly directed by Wienel. Elizabeth Moss is outstanding. You'll feel every second of her claustrophobic fear. Benjamin Wallfish's score is a contender for best score of 2020. What an experience. Okay. Mostly positive. Well, yeah, mostly positive, and as you can see, if not all positive. But then again, I only picked four out of a bunch, so mostly positive. reactions, which I'm loving so far. But there's a couple things that, let's see, who said it? I believe it was Grant. Yes, Grant. So some big claims here, which let's break it down. Grant says one of the best horror films in years. Okay, off of what we've gotten over the past couple years, that's not a huge claim because horror movies have not been the same for a while. Um, let's see, Wino has set the bar high for the rest of the year. Um, well, like I said, we got Halloween Kills, we got Spiral. So I mean, we'll see, we'll see. But I'm liking it. I'm liking the positivity and the optimism. It's tense from start to finish, in the same vein as a Hitchcock masterpiece. Now that, I'll put it this way: if that is true, and which that sentence alone has me very excited. If that is true, I'm gonna bet right now we're going to see Invisible Man get nominated at the Oscars next year. If that's true. But like I said, like we all know, film is subjective. So, also take this with a grain of salt. We've seen positive reactions to movies that most people thought was crappy, or just okay. So, yes, but it definitely has moved my excitement needle up a bit. Same vein as a Hitchcock masterpiece. And that's something that we're seeing between these reactions. We're seeing the word masterpiece being thrown around. We're seeing that Elizabeth Moss owns this film. Elizabeth Moss, her performance is amazing. Um, let's see, edge of your seat, anxiety inducing suspense. Um, let's see, modern horror classic in the making. So we got horror classic being thrown around. We got Elizabeth Moss owns this film. Her performance is killer being thrown around. Let's see, refreshingly modern take on H.G. Wells' story. I personally have not seen the 1933 H.G. Wells Invisible Man, but I do. I feel like I do need to check that out. But Sabrina is saying the director has, his incredible directing, writing, and haunting performance by Moss um, delivers an elevated horror experience. I'm excited. Between Elizabeth Moss performance, between, the word masterpiece has been thrown around, um, big props to the director. Um, I claustrophobic fear, and also the score is another one. I forgot who else mentioned the score, but yes, I feel like with an Invisible Man movie, quite like Quiet Place, the score and the sound is huge, because with Quiet Place, it's not a lot of dialogue, so you got to do a lot of acting. You got to do, you know what I mean? So it's raw acting, as I put it. And with Invisible Man, I believe is in the same vein of like Quiet Place, where you have to do raw acting because you are you're acting scared by an invisible man. It's different from like Transformers or any other CGI person or movie where you're looking at a tennis ball, or you're looking at a person in like a green outfit, which might be the case with Invisible Man, but I feel like that's raw acting, like that, to show fear with you and maybe two, three other people, and pretend that somebody's in that chair or pretend he's over here. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, the sound and the score have to. Elizabeth Moss is handling the acting part. The score and the sound handles the rest. And it sounds like, the director kills it and Elizabeth Moss kills it. So, with that said, I predict I'm going to give Invisible Man a 9 out of 10. Based off of the reactions, like I said, I've loved the trailers so far. Everything I'm seeing is pointing in the direction of positivity. Now, whether this score is way off and this movie comes out and we think it's okay at best, it's, we'll see. It comes out next week, February 28th, I believe is the official date. But I'm excited for it. My prediction score is a 9 out of 10. Let me know down in the comments below what you're excited for about Invisible Man. Do you have high hopes for it? Have you been burned by horror movies too much that you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm on the fence about it, but I'll go check it out. I'm excited. These positive reactions are just hyping me up even more. Um, so yeah, I can't wait to see this. And I do hope we get a MonsterVerse universe, MonsterVerse, yeah, MonsterVerse, because Wolfman, Invisible Man. Hopefully, we can get a reboot of the Mommy, a proper reboot. Hell, if the movie comes out, we watch it, and it's exactly how they described a masterpiece, blah blah blah. Let this guy direct multiple monster films, but we got to wait and find out. So let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you agree with my prediction score? Do you not? Send in any movie questions you have. I'll answer those in the video. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.